Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Lil Smurdy. So in this video I'm gonna show you guys how you can solo Shadowfen Keep. So you're gonna kill mostly trash but also 3 to 4 bosses. So you could either do this for yourself as a gold farm, for BWs, etc. Or you can try boost people as well. So, of course, if you want to try perfect this and you boost people, you can earn a lot more gold. But if you just want to try it for fun, try get try your chances for some epics, not epics, rares, then go for it. So anyways, this is the first pull I did, the entire first room in one pull. It's probably one of the easiest pulls in here. Then I go up here, I living bomb the 3 mobs, and then I living bomb the boss and living flame the boss. And then we just arcane explosion everything down. So when you're killing a boss, it's very important that you have living bomb on them to do extra damage. You can fire blast them just for some extra damage. And for the bosses that are hitting really hard, that you're gonna notice later on in the dungeon, you need to make a big pull when you're pulling the bosses because they hit hard, which means you need to pull a lot of mobs so you can heal a lot as well. Because I'm making the mistake later in the video where I end up dying because I only pulled the boss and 2 mobs, so I didn't heal myself enough. So yeah guys, you're gonna see that later. So when you come to this room in the after the first boss, all of these ghouls are once in a while they do the anti-magic shield, which makes them immune to spells for 8 seconds. So this is really hard and really annoying. So I have a few pulls here where I'm very close to dying, but you just have to deal with it the best way. You just have to kite like I do right here. I use evocation, I jump down another level, I heal myself, I frost nova them. You just gotta do everything to survive. If you feel like you're doing too big of a pull, or if you feel like you end up dying, just run back to the start and run out. Because it's not worth dying, because the walk is quite far, especially if you would do this as an alliance, I would assume. So yeah, be very careful. If you feel like you're going to die, just run out and just reset and try again, because it's not worth dying. So right here I realized I didn't have regeneration on. I was not getting healed. I was like, fuck. And also that means that I will end up making, not almost not making this pull. I have to start kiting again. But as I said, when shit like this happens, just play it slow and just kite as much as you can. Use Nova, etc, etc. So right here I also used a mana potion, cause I probably would have died or had to go out and reset this mob. So if you want to do this farm, have a lot of mana potions. You don't need the expensive ones, you just need the like that gives you 200 to 300 mana, cause that's more than enough. Because you're mostly gonna use it just when shit hits the fence and you need like some extra mana to heal yourself and stuff. And then the next pull we go out here back again where these annoying mobs are. So you just have to make sure you kill every mob but these, and then you just have to try and nuke them down as soon as the anti-magic shield disappears. And if they get the magic shield up, just melee them. I hope you have the melee skill because you're gonna need it. There are also a few chest spawns around the dungeon. And the reason why I'm going up here is because there is another spawn right here. And these mobs, you're also gonna see why I'm taking this route, because there are some mobs here that are quite easy to kill. So it gives you a better chance of actually getting stuff because it's easier mobs to kill. But as you guys can see here, I'm struggling a bit with all the anti-magic shields. They can get really annoying. You just have to deal with them the best way possible. You can see here once again, I'm really close to dying. You're gonna be close to dying because these mobs are basically immune to your damage. So once in a while it's gonna be really annoying and you just have to deal with it the best way possible. And also guys, this video and this route I'm taking and all of this, it's not perfected yet. I've only tried it a few times and figured that I wanted to share it with you guys because you don't really need to pull a lot more than this if you want to be able to like boost Shadowfen Keep for other people. You just need to kill like 150 mobs and a few bosses and that's it. And you can charge everything to like 3 to 5 gold a run. Because especially if they drop certain things that people want. Like one of the boss you're gonna kill here drops like a really good pre-base ring for warriors and maybe rogues and stuff like that. So the reason you go up here behind uh, the normal entrance, I would say, is because these mobs doesn't have immune to anything. I mean, they have immune to shadow, as you can see now, because my wand is shadow. But besides that, these mobs are really easy. They're not immune to fire. They can't make an anti-magic shield like the other mobs. So you can just make a big pull, use some living bombs, and use living flame to basically kill them and heal yourself. So once again here, I'm really close to dying because there came a patrol and I did not mean to pull it, but I accidentally did. So then I have to deal with it the best way possible. We did it. We ended up not dying. Then when you get to this point, it's time for the boss pull. So I'm doing the boss with like 3 or 4 mobs, but if you want to make it safer, you can do more. But I'm doing it this way. I'm basically doing the same shit. I use living bomb, I use living flame, and then I arcane explosion until everything but the boss is dead. I refresh living bomb on the boss. And then this time here, when I realize that I killed all the mobs besides the boss, I start to kite. Because I don't want to risk um, just face tanking him because I'm not sure if I'll make it. So I just pop living bomb on him and then I kite and hit fire blast whenever I can. And this is basically the safest way to do this. There's no need to rush the boss. So just do it like me, kite him, use living bomb and fire blast and just play it really slow. Then it's time for the big pull here. You're gonna basically pull the entire room. You can pull it half-half if you wanna be careful, because these mobs actually hurt as well, and they make some dark residue spell that they just did that basically make them heal, same like me when they do damage, which means that there's not a 100% chance that you're actually gonna be able to kill it with pure AoE. So be careful when you're doing this. Then it's time for the next boss. I'm pulling this with a few extra mobs here, as you can see, because the more mobs you have, the more damage you make and the more you heal yourself. and you need this because the bosses usually hits quite hard. The next boss is Ditto. We go back to where we killed the first boss, which is technically the second boss in the dungeon. We go up here, we kill a few mobs. This place where we're getting to now is the next big obstacle place, I would say, if you're struggling, because these mobs are doing a thing that interrupts your spells for 4 seconds. So you need to make sure that you have living bombs up and living flame and your heal and everything up before you do this pull. And whenever you basically aren't spell locked, you just need to make sure to refresh living bombs, refresh the heal on you, the chromatic healing if you need to, because you don't want to sit there with 2 seconds left and you get a dispel, or if you get when you get a spell locked, because then it's gonna be issues. So right here you can see I popped the living flame pretty quick on one of the mobs that were running to me, and as you saw I got the spell locked instantly. I got spell locked here again, so I'm just looking if I'm getting spell locked or not. I got spell locked here again, so I'm just trying to refresh living bombs as soon as I can. And then here I heal myself again, and then I use flame strike, and then I just start kiting. I actually end up canceling the flame strike there, which you should not do because that almost cost me. So make sure you don't do that. And then since these mobs are spell locking me, I'm just kiting as much as I can because they only spell lock you if you're in melee. So right here you saw when they come to me I get insta spell locked. So I just try to kite Nova instantly, and then I just try to kill them off to avoid getting further spell locks. So as you see, these mobs aren't really hard, you just have to pay attention to what you're doing. Then we make another pull. I get spell locked, as you can see, quite frequently, so I'm just trying to refresh whenever I can. Refresh living bomb on everyone. You see here, they triple spell lock me, which is not fun, but they do it at the same time, so it's fine. Basically just try to do as much damage as you can when you're not spell locked. And then this is basically the best way of dealing with them. You just kite them and arcane explosion and stuff like that. If you wanna do this next boss here, because I end up dying here because I only pull these 3 mobs. If you want to kill this boss, you need to go further and pull like 2-3 mobs more, because it's not enough. I mean, you could do it the way I'm doing it with 3 mobs if you play it really good. But as you can see soon, I'm gonna end up dying because I have a living bomb on the mob when I'm novaing him, and that is killing me. So as you see here, I just put a living bomb on the target. I'm just waiting for Nova to get off cooldown so I can kite him. And then here I'm using evocation, but as you can see, the living bomb is exploded, and that cancels the Nova, and in which turn it kills me. So once again, be really careful.